What's up, guys? It is November 21st, and we got Thursday Night Football tonight. Steelers and Browns. Everyone thinks it's going to be a clunker, but we thought that was going to happen with the Chargers game the other night, and we had a good one. So you never know, right? Last I saw there, it wasn't snowing. It's cold, but who knows? Maybe it's a different Jameis right now. I didn't get a bunch of likes, but I see people hopping on here, so we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it tonight. I don't know if people weren't interested in the game or what, but it looks like we got some people hopping on. So I'll pull up our Discord, give you guys the link if you're not in the Sharp app Discord, where we're putting out free picks that are crushing. I'm getting messages from you guys every day that we are helping you build that bankroll. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the messages, because that's what makes it all even more fun is when we can help you win some money, right? Let's beat these books. So let me put the link, if you guys don't have it, for the Sharp app free Discord. There you go. Put that in there. Absolutely free. I'll show you guys what we got going on for picks today. I put out a bunch of picks already today. So, like I said, we've been doing really good. So, here we go. So, Dabble, they don't let you use your promo code or whatever for your username for whatever reason, some law or something. So if you want to follow me on Dabble, it's NorCal Mike 408. You can just copy the entry. I know this was when I posted it, but I know some of you did already. I do a lot of 2 picks to help build the bankroll. I'll put out, larger picks for those of you that follow me when it's protected for the most part, or just smarter to play that way, because you can play larger dollar amounts on 2 picks and win a good amount of money. So it's smarter to play that way. So if you're feeling good about 2 picks, just put some more money on those 2 picks rather than going for 6, right? Because anything can happen. So we got Njoku under 18.5 longest reception. This was minus 130 on the books. And so was Russell Wilson under for no interceptions. It was, both of these were like minus 130. So I wanted to put them out there before they got taken away. I don't know if they're still there or not, but that was, you get $25 free with promo code Schwami if you're not a part of Dabble. You don't have to put a card down or deposit or anything. So, and then I put out a pick 6. I doubt that these lines are still up, but if they are, here you go. There's a 30% boost right now for pick 6. So put that out earlier. So hopefully we can roll with that. I don't know if you guys saw, but last night, nobody won 6 out of 6. So they would have won a lot of money. No one won 6 out of 6. So DraftKings got to keep, like, I don't know how many tens of thousands of dollars. They spread it out between the 5 pick winners. They spread out that a lot of the money, but they got to keep like almost 30%, 30% rake or something crazy. So that was wild. So pick 6, man. If you can get a 6 pick, or if you can get whatever, a 3 pick, and not a lot of people win, you can win a good amount. So hit up that 30% boost today. Then we got Sports Predictor. I put this out earlier. Again, these lines aren't going to be there anymore, so you want to have notifications on probably, because these are going to be, I'm usually getting the positive closing line value, aka CLV, for you, so that we're on the right side of things. So like this, I know went up to 14.5. I don't know what it is now for rush attempts for Nick Chubb on Boom. They own sports predictor. So you can basically double up with these $10 promos. And if you want to just play the same play, I just put different ones out, you know, give us another shot. But Boom Fantasy and Sports Predictor. So I got codes, links, whatever you need there. And then Parlay Play put out a nice one, $20 max for Najee. He should smash this rush yards number tonight. Najee is supposed to, you know, go off tonight. I think we have him projected at like 86 yards rushing on the Sharp app or something like that. So 58 shouldn't be a problem for him in this alleged weather game. And then we got Vivid picks. They got Nick Chubb discount. Now, he's not projected for so many yards. They're only projected to get like 60 yards rushing as a team. But still, those are going to go to Nick Chubb. So hopefully he hits this discount on Vivid. Paired it with Najee, who is at 18.5 rush attempts. So hopefully he got this when it was 17.5. But I still like the 18.5. He should still get there. Mutt's video. We got some better picks that we put out here. So targets, I mean, Jameis, he's still going to throw the ball, right? So it just depends on who Joey Porter is gonna cover, right? I think he should cover either Moore or Tillman for the most part. They do play a zone, but I think Jerry Jeudy looks good as far as targets go, over 6.5. He's been smashing that. And then we've been winning, man. We've been winning. So make sure you hit us up. Been winning. Last night was another good night for us. Another good night, everybody. Dabble. Hit that right there. So check us out. I'll even show you. I put a couple of pro picks. I'll show you guys those real quick. Since you're on the stream, if you come on the stream, you got to get something. You got to get something for free. So I put a chalkboard pick out, just the LeBron anchor. And then we got Jameis for a interception, Russell for a TD, and then Najee just took the yards. Like I said, for him, he should be able to clear that. So that was that. And then on the prop side, took this, they got a nice little boost on Fliff. So if you don't have Fliff, let me know, but it's pretty much available in every single state. And they got a nice little boost for it anytime Steelers score. And I think they got a good chance, you know, wet out there, right? Jameis threw a pick six a couple weeks ago. They're going to be behind. All kinds of things, you know, sack, strip, fumble kind of thing could happen. So, I mean, you could put $10 on it and win 80, right? So, nice little boost, 10% extra there. So, we're going to take that. I know there was a couple more plays. Let's see if there's any other plays. So, Anthony put this out. Jameis Winston over 209. Hey, that's pretty ballsy. Pretty ballsy, but I like it. He's been over, you know, he's going to throw the ball. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know the projections are under, but we'll see what happens. So, all right. What do you guys want to do? Let me pull up the comments and see if anyone's posted any comments. You guys want to do prize picks, underdog? What are we looking at? What are we looking at? We can pull them both up and see what we like as well. But I haven't put out an underdog pick, and I know that some of you guys like those, and so we can look at that, and then we can also do a pick six if there's anything. We'll have to look at the Proptimizers and see what's going on. So we still have it at a discount, guys. You can hit me up if you need a code for Sharp app. 2.0 for Sharp App Pro. We got a discount going right now. We're still in beta, but it's been released to our app. So we got Underdog Proptimizer on the app right now. We got Fliff Proptimizer. We got, I'll show you. How about I just show you? There we go. Over 70 sports books on the Proptimizer. DraftKings Pick 6, Underdog, Prize Picks, Fliff, Hot Streak, Parlay Play, Novig. I got to start putting out some plays for Novig. They're growing. And then Sleeper. So we'll go to Underdog. I saw somebody is looking for some Underdog plays. So we'll hit up Underdog first. Hit that up here. See what we got. Filter it out to NFL. All right. So, like I said, we're in beta. So usually we can filter per game, but can't quite do that yet. That's why we have a discount going right now. We also want to get your feedback on it, but it's been really good. We've been winning. And so this is interesting here. We haven't played Jameis for a passing touchdown yet, right? And like I said, I don't know if anyone's in Ohio or Cleveland, but I don't know what's going on with the weather right now. But like I said, it just didn't look too bad. And I know the weather gets hyped a lot. So he's going to pass the ball. They're going to need to pass the ball. And we could look at that for Jameis, right? We could look at that. So if we go over to Underdog, we go to Jameis. That's pretty rough multiplier there for a passing touchdown, 0.69. But we can just click on it for now. And then take a look at what else we got going. Let's see. All right. So after that, we got Pat. I don't know why I always think his name is Pete, but Freiermuth over 1.5 receptions. And then Jerome Ford over 1.5 receptions. So we got those two. And I'm thinking pass attempts. You're asking, we could look at that. We could see what pass attempts are looking like. I just don't know with the weather. Usually I've taken pass attempts. I've taken Jameis over about every single week, but this week I just don't know, especially if it just starts snowing in the middle of the game. You know what I mean? That's my only concern, but let's see. And it wasn't popping up, but whoops, I don't know what happened. Let me see if I can try it again. So pass attempts. Yeah, there's not really an edge on pass attempts right now. So I don't know that we go there. But I do like those short passes to Freiermuth and Jerome Ford, both those guys for over 1.5. So we may just have to do a few more picks than we normally do. But that's okay. We can do that. So we got Jameis for a TD, Jerome Ford for a reception or 2 receptions, and then Pat Freiermuth for 2 receptions, but we're only at like 2.39 multiplier. So we're going to have to go down a little bit further and see if we can get something that doesn't have so much juice on it. You know what I mean? So interceptions I played on chalkboard already. So now they're saying receptions for Jerome Ford. We don't really have he hasn't really been catching the ball. Sharp app only has it at 2/3 of a catch, so I'm not in love with that play. Jerome Ford's really been the pass catching back out of the backfield. So let's see what else we got. Jaylen Warren, under 2.5 receptions. Let's take a look at what he's been doing as far as receptions. He had 4 last game, and then 2 the 3 games before that. So I'm gonna keep going. I saw TJ Watt for a sack. I think I played that on something, sports predictor or something. Now I do like this. Here we go. Najee Harris over 7.5. It went back down to 7.5. So I do like that. I know he's hit 3 out of 5 games, but with the weather, with the line, a lot of books have it at 8.5. So if we can get it at 7.5, I wasn't able to snag it at 7.5 anywhere. So if we can get it at 7.5, it's 9.5 on Prize Picks, right? So that's what the Proptimizer shows you, is the value, right? We're trying to beat the books by getting value, and this is in real time. So again, if you guys aren't, if you've watched me before, if you're not watching on Twitch, there's a delay, so you can potentially miss out on some of these plays. So I always recommend you go to Twitch because it has the lowest latency. So because a lot of times when we're making these plays before the game, some of these plays can get bumped. And then if you're watching on Twitter or YouTube, you're not able to get the play in like the people on Twitch are. So let's see what that brings us. That brings us to a 4 multiplier. So much better, much better. So we can roll with that, or we can look at one more and then potentially taking, let's just look at what else we have. Might as well. We're already here. We are already here, so might as well see everything we got. So Russell Wilson under pass yards. Every time I've taken him under, he's like become dangerous, and I'm not feeling like getting burned by dangerous tonight. I mean, it should be an under if the weather is supposed to be the weather, but I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys like the under on Russ? He's been launching those moonshots, man. So I'm not sure about that. And then Elijah Moore under 3.5 receptions. He's been over this number. I don't know if he's going to be covered by Joey Porter, if that's kind of, he's basically shut down. So I don't know if that's why Elijah Moore is kind of, his number is kind of down on receptions. And then getting down to the end, we got George Pickens under 4.5 receptions, which is always tough as well, right? Because he's been having 8. I mean, rushing attempts for Russell. And I think that's, and then we got, okay, Jerry Jeudy under 48.5 receiving yards. So this maybe, but he's been smashing, right? And if Tillman or Moore are shut down, then I forget who's out of the slot, but then it could be Jeudy, right? So I like the 4 that we have, but what do you guys think? Do you want one more? Do we roll the dice? Because that's kind of it right there as far as plays go. We could pick some targets, something like that. We could pick some targets or like a quarter one prop, something like that. I would like to see that. What the quarter one props look like. So we got 7.5 targets for Pickens. He had 12.75. So, and we're projecting him under 4.5 receptions. But I think we stay away from that. Njoku, do they have first quarter props for Njoku? So we took him at 6.5 targets earlier, so that was good. How many catches? He's projected for 4 or 5 catches. I would like to take a look at his quarter one props and see what he's been doing. If we take a look at Prize Picks, he has basically Jameis has been in 3 games, I believe. So 2 out of 3 games he's hit in the first quarter. So we could, and he's also on Prize Picks at the same number at 6.5. So we could take Njoku for first quarter props. That's potential. So just wanted to see what your guys' thoughts were on that. Russell, his quarter one props have been under, basically. So that's another one. We could take Russell under. Let's see what he's at on here. So we got 40.5 passing yards on Underdog, and then we have 41.5 on Prize Picks. So if we take we'll take him on Prize Picks. When we head over to Prize Picks, we'll take Russell Wilson's quarter one pass yards because we get a better line over there. All right, so we're just trying to get possibly one more pick here, unless we lock this in for 4. Let me see something. Winston is at 43.5, but Prize Picks he's at 44.5 on passing yards. So yeah, we may want to just lock this in. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything worth risking it for the biscuit. Tillman was under. Let's see. Was it Tillman or Moore? Tillman or Moore? I think it was Moore. Oh, damn it. Did they make our Najee 8? They did, those bastards. See? So Moore is 3. We're projecting him for under 3.5. But he's been at 6 receptions last week, 3 the week before, and 8 the week before that. 6 targets for him over here. And then I believe he has the same amount of targets on Prize Picks as well. Let me just double check. Yep, 6 as well. So no value on that. So The only thing we could do is maybe take, instead of taking, because I don't love this multiplier here for past TDs, we could maybe take a under for his fantasy score. Let's see what that brings us to. That brings us to 6. So that makes me feel a little bit better, right? So I say we roll with that. So we got Jerome Ford over 1.5 receptions. Fryermuth for over 1.5 receptions. Najee. Do we still roll with it at 8.5? Let's see if we took this out. Might have to take that out. Let's see what the multiplier is now. So it's 3.69 if we take it out. Let's go back. Let's make sure we're good on Najee over 8.5 receiving yards because they did bump us. So let's just double check on the Proptimizer and see if we can still lock it in. Receiving yards, yeah. Where is it? Under. Yeah, it's kind of not lining up now because the sports books are projecting him under 8.5. So yeah, we kind of need to take out that Najee Harris now. 7.5 looked good, but 8.5 does not. So that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. But we will get this figured out. So we just need one more, guys. One more play. Joey Porter under 3.5 tackles. We could play that. I mean, I'm guessing most of the time they're not throwing his way, right? So, and then Jaylen Warren under 2.5. Are they really going to need to pass the ball to him? So let me know in the comments, which one do you guys like better? Do you like Joey Porter under 3.5 tackles or Jaylen Warren under 2.5? Someone let me know. That's the play. Under 2.5 catches for Jaylen Warren or under 3.5 tackles for Joey Porter. Which one do we go with? And then we'll lock it in. If anyone isn't driving, let me know. So if we go with Jaylen Warren, we're at a multiplier of 5. If we go with Joey Porter, we are same thing. Same exact thing. So Joey Porter, he had 0 tackles in the last game. Probably because they didn't throw his way, right? And then 5 and 4 the games before. Warren, you like under on Warren. Okay. Under on Warren. Let me just take a look at that. So Jaylen Warren had he had 4 against Baltimore and then 2 the games before that. So all right, so we'll take out Joey Porter and then we'll roll with Jaylen Warren. We'll lock it in. I'll pull it up so you guys can see it here. There we go. So there's the play. There's the play straight off the Proptimizer, guys. So lock that in. We've been missing by 1 hook by 0.5 yards the last 2 times. So we need to We need to knock this out. Been hitting on our plays in the free Discord. We were rolling on Twitch and then missing by a half a yard, man. But that's okay. That's how it goes. So we're due right now. All right, there we go. Hopefully you guys got that. Let's go to Prize Picks and we'll pull up the Proptimizer on Prize Picks. I think we'd like the play for Russell. I like the play for Russell because it looks like, it looks like that has been their game plan. So hopefully Mike Tomlin continues that game plan, and that is, handing the ball off to Najee to start the game. So I'm going to take the weather narrative here and roll with Russell under 41.5 pass yards in the first quarter, which he's done, basically every game except for one in his last 5. But we're really just looking at the last 4 when he's with the Steelers. And there is potential too, because they've had some issues in the red zone. So there is potential tonight for Justin Fields to have a package, play for him in the red zone. So Justin Fields could come in the red zone because he did better than Russell Wilson is doing. So, and, maybe that builds some confidence. And yeah, man, no worries. Maybe that builds some confidence in him for the playoffs for Fields. Maybe they can bolster their offense. So, all right, so we got that. Let's go to the Proptimizer, see what else we got. Let's see what we got for Prize Picks here. If anything, we'll pull up the Prize Picks Proptimizer. So we got one for each of them. So you want to, because Prize Picks has different lines. They got NFL, like they usually will have lines that are 4 instead of 4.5. So as you can see here, they also have some different plays. So Van Jefferson is the top play on the board. So the only thing I don't like about, let's say third, I technically he was the second receiver. I'll call him the third receiver, is that their numbers can get really skewed, right? He had a big game against the Giants. So, when you're looking at lines and everything, they're just looking at the mean. They're just dividing this by 5. And that's not how it worked out. It's just that he had a big game. So it's not necessarily how it's going to work out. So I don't love that play right there. Jerome Ford, his line is crossed. So sportsbooks projecting him for under rushing yards. We're projecting him for over. So if you are a Sharp App Pro subscriber, for me, that's a fade, right? Same thing with Najee here. I'm having trouble taking the unders on Winston, and because dude is just not afraid, right? Jerome Ford receiving yards, so we could look at that. It's just that they're going to be behind, Even bet 365, they got the line at 15.5. But so the sharpest books, for one of the sharper books, is actually FanDuel for football, for NFL, and they have the line at 12.5. So, it is the Steelers, right? It is the Steelers, and they are good at shutting it down. So, under 14.5, it's saying is a good play right now on Prize Picks. And, it's all the way down to 12.5 on FanDuel, as well as a number of other books. Even Novig has the receiving yards for Ford at 11.5. So 14.5. It looks good, honestly. It does. you know? So we got the sports books, they know what they're doing. I don't always roll with it like you see. I'm not going to just pick the top plays. So if you do have Sharp Pro, I don't just pick the top plays. It's got to make sense to me too. And like I showed you earlier, Anthony, one of the pros on our team, has the over for Jameis. He has him over 209 yards. So I'm really not going against Anthony, who's up a couple hundred units and well over that. So I'm not trying to, and just Jameis Winston it doesn't make sense, man. He's going to have to throw the ball. Dude's not afraid to throw the ball. He's the backup. He's got nothing to lose. So I would rather play Jerome Ford under receiving yards and roll with that pick because the Steelers are going to be all over that when Jerome Ford is in. They're going to know he's a pass catching back, right? And they're going to shut that shit down like Negan says on Walking Dead. Shut that shit down. All right. So let's see what the next one is. So we're going to go for a 4-pick here on Prize Picks. Usually how I roll on these streams. We'll go with the 4-pick for a 10 times play. So we need 2 more plays here. 2 more plays, baby. Obviously, they're not my normal 2 picks, but we gotta have a little bit of fun with it on the stream. Njoku under receiving yards. Whew. Dang. So they got him all the way up to 45.5. Let's take a look at the books. What do they got? What is FanDuel? So Circa, really sharp. They have them at 43.5. What else? FanDuel, 41.5. And then, Prize Picks is high, man. Prize Picks is the highest. So I think he's going to get a lot of targets. So that's a potential play. I don't love it. I think he's going to have a decent game. The other one is we already played Freiermuth, though. We played the over receptions, which is a little bit safer than playing yards. And then Tillman under. I'd rather play Tillman under than Njoku because I think Njoku is going to be just that he's healthy and back. I just think that he's going to be, he's a big target, man. And he's tough to cover. So I think the under on Tillman looks good here. Plus, there was a couple of sites that had 45. Even Underdog had 45 for Njoku. Nobody has this 45 for Tillman except for Prize Picks. So that means this line is coming down. So let's take Tillman under because the whole market is in consensus with it. So we're going to take Tillman under receiving yards. So again, if you're not, I see a bunch more people hopped on here. If you're not on Twitch, we've already had a play bump on us. Twitch has the lowest latency. So you want to follow me on Twitch at _Schwami, I believe. So yeah, it is that _Schwami. My name's right there. Because if you're on Twitter or if you're on X or YouTube, then the play could already be bumped, right? So going back to the Proptimizer real quick for our last play on Prize Picks here, we need one more play. Let's see what we got. Man, that sucks. We didn't get that Najee play in there. I don't know. So yeah, we didn't like Jefferson. We're not taking the under on Njoku. We're taking the under on Tillman. Jerry Jeudy. Do we take 2 unders? Do we dare take 2 unders on the same team too? Numbers are dropping, guys. So we got the Poptimizer in real time. As you can see right here, it tells you this was 48 and a half 10 seconds ago. Now it's 47 and a half. This was 43 and a half at minus 120. Now it's minus 115. So 48 and a half for Judy is dropping, man. And it is basically, I'm just trying to look here. Yeah, basically the market's in consensus. There's a couple of 49s on there, but I could roll with the under on Judy as well. I think you got Minka Fitzpatrick back there. You got Joey Porter, and then you got TJ Watt up front, who's going to be all over Winston with bad weather. These guys are going to be. It's going to be tough to get 50 yards, and I'm not sure who's going to do it, but I feel like Njoku has a good chance. Njoku and Judy potentially. It just depends on who's covering Judy. So let's roll over here. I just want to take a look at receiving targets real quick because I'm not 100% sold on, because I don't know who's going to be covering Judy. So let's see here. Calvin Austin, 2.5 receiving targets. Elijah Moore, 6 receiving targets. I'm just taking a look at targets because a lot of these are not done by sports books. So the targets are usually like a model done by Prize Picks. And then they might look at Underdog to do some top-down comparison. So just taking a look at that to see if we got any value on any of these. So let me see on Jerry Jeudy what they have him at again on Underdog, because they have him at 7.5 targets. So do we roll with the over on Jeudy here? He had 11. I did roll with him though already at 6.5, so I don't want to roll with him again. So we might just roll with 3 on. I don't love to because it's only a 5 times play. I don't love to do that. I don't love to do it, guys. Because if you're going to go with the 3 pick, it's better to do it on Underdog. But we're just getting some better lines here. So let's take a look. I know what we'll do. We'll take a look again at let's take a look at the half props. The half props, the half props, and the first quarter props, and see what if we can find any advantage here on one of these. So the half props, I think they nerf you sometimes, but it is what it is. So let's see if we type this in, if they like are going to nerf us, you know, if we type in Dustin Hopkins less. Oh, no, they don't here. Okay. So it's supposed to be windy, right? Going to have trouble scoring a touchdown. I'm cool if he scores a field goal, but I think Cleveland is going to have trouble scoring. So I kind of like the under 3.5 for Dustin Hopkins here. Kind of like it. So we could either do that. We already did Jameis Winston, I believe, on fantasy, right? On Underdog. Let me just double check. Yeah, we did. So I say we roll with the under on Dustin Hopkins fantasy score, right? I mean, it's either that or one of the receivers. which we've already taken unders on. It's kind of like a little bit what's the dang word? Maybe someone can type it in, but you know, if one receiver isn't going to get catches, then most likely the other one. So it's just kind of counterintuitive, I guess. I know I'm missing, like, it's basically the opposite of correlation. If we're doing 2 receivers on the Browns to go under, I don't love to do that because of correlating, you know. So let's roll with Dustin Hopkins under. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so 10 times play right there, and then we'll roll a pick 6, see what we got. So I'm going to lock it in here and then show you guys. We got Russell Wilson, under 41.5, quarter one passing yards. Jerome Ford, under 14.5 receiving yards. Cedric Tillman, under 45.5 receiving yards. Whoops. And then Dustin Hopkins, under 3.5 fantasy score in the first half. Hopefully you guys got that locked in. Take a screenshot, whatever. And then we'll roll the pick 6, see if we got anything else going on. I already made a play on there, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get anything else, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully everyone's having a good night. Hopefully this game is better than they're saying it's going to be, right? So we got a DraftKings pick 6 Proptimizer. We'll pull that up. And then we'll pull up pick 6. Make sure you opt in for the 30% promo they got going on. I just did a bunch of DFS, so hopefully, come on, pull up DraftKings. Anyway, we got the Proptimizer up at least. So Deshaun Elliott, we got as the top play, over 3.5 tackles, and then we got Calvin Austin over 14.5 receiving yards, and then Pat Freiermuth over 14.5 receiving yards. So hopefully this doesn't line up with my play I put out in our free Discord, because it's looking pretty thin right now. So I already did that Deshaun Elliott play, so all I could really do is play the Calvin Austin right now with and I've already played Freiermuth at over 18.5. So here, I'll roll with you guys on something. We'll do at least a 2 pick or something, because I got a bunch of you here, so why not? All right, so I'm gonna roll with Calvin Austin. He's had some big games this year. So he had a couple of them. Look at that, right? It wasn't necessarily with Russell Wilson, though, but he did have one game with 20 yards, 1 or 2. So we'll roll with Calvin Austin on the over there. That is looking like a good play on pick 6. And then let's see. Let's see what else we got. TDs. I'm down to play Najee. I don't know. Let's see what the odds are on Najee TD. Najee. Najee Tutty. Does anyone know what the odds are on that? I guess I could probably find it on the Proptimizer, but I was going to pull it up on DraftKings. Oh, no. My phone died. So let me see. Najee Harris. I'm saying he's getting a touchdown. I don't even care. So that's going to be my play. Oh, no, I got to do a 3-pick, huh? Because they're on the same team. So what else? What else is popping? Anyone like anything on here on pick 6? Receptions, those can be good. So I think what I'll do is I'll go to the top props tool for us. Let's go to the top props tool and see what the receptions look like for these guys. See if anything's popping over here. And I'll go to the OG, not the beta, so we can sort it. So let me share that screen so we can sort. There we go. And we'll go to tonight's game. There it is. So we do still like, I mean, the Sharp app itself does still like Najee over 8.5 receiving yards, by the way. It's just the sports books kind of, they got it juiced to the under. So they're thinking it's under. Trying to see if we got any receiving props pop in here. Njoku under 4.5. He's my guy though tonight. I like Njoku, so that one's tough for me. It's tough for me to pull the trigger on Njoku. On the under. Pickens. Let's see what the Proptimizer says about Pickens here. Because I know we were projecting him to the under. And we got a 25% edge. So all the sports books lining up too. So they're heavily juiced and we don't got to pay that juice. But the problem is then we still need a damn a Brown. The problem is the Browns look like garbage tonight. So we may have to take the under on Jameis. We might be what we have to do. I don't know. Jerome Ford, I've taken the over on his rushing yards. Could do that. Let's see. Passing touchdowns. Do they have those on pick 6? Do they have passing touchdowns on pick 6? So they got yards, attempts, kicking points. No, we did take the under on Russell earlier, so that was good. So we're going to have to take the under on one of these other receivers here, I think, is what we're going to have to do. So we either take the under on Judy or, yeah, we took the under on Tillman. We could take the under on Judy, or we take the under receptions on Njoku. So which do you guys want to do? So Njoku, he's basically smashed this number every week. Let's take a look at Judy. He has smashed this 3 out of 4 weeks, but we're talking Pittsburgh here, right? 46.5. And we're trying to win some money on pick 6, so you kind of want to go against the grain a little bit. But we could. It is juiced up to 223. So I say, you know what? I say we just pull the trigger. We take the under now because his number has been going up a little bit, I think. I mean, it was at 209 for Winston. He's going to have trouble, man. Right? I say we just take the under on Winston. Do we do that? Do we do that? Or do we take the under on Njoku or Judy? Because we did take the under on his fantasy score, so I don't want to screw us in that sense. If I don't want to screw us there now that I'm thinking about it. So we might have to take the under on let's just take the under on Judy then. That looks like the best play. So here we go. Calvin Austin, over 14.5 receiving yards. Najee Harris for a touchdown. And then Judy for under 46.5 receiving yards. Hopefully, yeah, see, they just bumped up Njoku's yards to 45 here. So I'm locking this in before it changes. Hopefully you guys got that. Like I said, I like Njoku, so I'm not going against that. All right, so that's it. That's all I got, guys. A lot of plays for a potentially crappy game, but there's always money to be made. Make sure you're following me on X at the Schwami and the underscore Schwami on Twitter, on X and Twitch. Sorry, the underscore Schwami, and then you'll get all the free plays. I got the Sharp app Discord in here where you get the free plays, our free Discord. So hit that up, everybody. Appreciate you. We had a bunch of people on here, so appreciate everyone on here, and good luck tonight. Hope everybody cashes. See you next time. Out.